But Dad never did. I don't ever remember him. One time I had a bean flipper, and I was shooting them little round, or a slingshot, a bean flipper.
Yeah.
And pick up them little round rocks, and I'd shoot them right up in the air. This is up by the upper barn. And he was out there fixing fence or something one day. And one of them rocks came down. He had a felt hat on. He probably would have went right through his head. But boy, that rock hit him on top of the head, and man, he got me, and he took that old bean flipper and he tore it up. So I was a little more careful after that. But I never will forget that. He didn't spank me. He just took my bean flipper and tore it up in 100 pieces. But that old rock, you know, just went straight up, straight down, hit him right on top. And some of them little incidents like that I can remember.
Yeah.
Pretty comical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like old Rich, or your Uncle Dick, the rattlesnake. Up there used to be them rock jack with a fence, you know, and a gate up there. And he stepped over that rock jack and barefooted. We was all barefooted in them days. And he stepped right down on that old coil rattlesnake, and his pressure, his foot just held that old snake right down. And suddenly he could feel it was different. And he looked down and he seen part of that old snake. He said he just floated. He didn't jump, he just floated out of there just like but them old rattlesnakes was everywhere. Yeah, they just them guys blowed a den around here on that other point, and they really got the rattlesnakes. I was up above watching. I was just a little old kid, you know. Geez, 3 or 4 years old. But they wouldn't let me go down where the den was. They went down in there and blowed it. They got lots of snakes. Big balls of them rolled up in balls.
Yeah. Did rattlesnakes ever kill anybody around here that you know of?
What's that?
Rattlesnakes ever kill anybody around here?
No.
You remember?
No, none of us ever got bit here.
Wow.
No. I got bit in Idaho once on the pant leg.
Yeah.
My black jeans. And I felt something dragging, you know. What the hell? Old limb. I kicked, you know. I thought I hung up with a limb. I kicked. I turned around. That goddamn rattlesnake. He had me, and boy, oh boy, you talk about a guy doing the Highland fling. Yeah, I never will forget that. He nailed my black jeans. His fangs was hooked in.
Couldn't get out.
No, couldn't get loose. My pressure dragging him. But that's the closest I ever come to getting bit, you know, that I know of. But we've killed snakes all over that country, up the Selway, and clear down on the down round, goes down that canyon. We've been down it a couple times.
Guadalupe, you said?
Last time we was over here,
Loopy.
we missed that promise cutoff, and we ended up down that Troy road, and I said, well, we're not going back. Let's just keep going on home. So we didn't get to come out the promise here.
Troy's some pretty good elk hunting area, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're getting, the game is really coming back here because nobody lives here no more.
Yeah. Plus, aren't they only
over in the Wildcat Canyon, and we fished that out and come home. Another time we was fishing down Walloopi here, and kind of a sort of early spring. The creeks was going down, and pretty good fishing. Got way down there, and there was a hole had 2 big steelhead in, spawning, and no way to get them, no spear, no hook. And he told me, he said, now you stay here and keep your eye on them. He says, I'm going to go home and get the rifle and shoot them fish. And I stayed and waited and waited and waited. It wasn't very big, you know, just a little towhead. I finally got scared, and I walked out of Hescock Point, the other side of Henderson's, and come home. And meanwhile, he got his rifle, and he went down. He got the steelhead. He went back down there, and he figured it out that I'd come home. But I walked all the way out of there alone and come back. But he got the steelhead. In them days, you got what was in front of you. Yeah. Boy, that was good. Used to be a big old yellow pine out in there, and all around us, big yellow pine. They've logged it all, and this is all open. And we'd ski. We'd ski all over this place.
Ooh.
Dick made them homemade skis.
Okay.
Each one of us. Well, Winnie had a pair. I had a pair of my own little skis, and we had a upper barn right up in there. see the house up there, the upper barn, one of the upper barns. There was another. There were 3 barns. This is the lower barn, that's the upper barn, and that was the middle barn. But in the wintertime, snow was so deep, we just fill in the eaves, and I'd get up on that, and I'd come down and made a jump down, not so far down from the barn, and boy, having a lot of fun. And one night it froze. That wet snow froze into almost solid ice. And I went out there that morning early, come down off of that, and I hit that frozen snow, piled up and just about killed me. I come, and they were watching me from the house, the older boys. They got a big kick out of that. I learned that little towhead.
Well, there's a lot of resemblance here between you and Grandma.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, we look a lot alike.
Good.
I gotta go over one day. See, I never went over to Gladys's funeral. Edna is virgin even. I gotta go over one day before too long.
Well, you gotta look. They closely resemble a huckleberry.
Currants.
They're pretty well dried up.
Got a seed in them or something.
Yep.
Yeah, they're pretty dry, not very much juice. They're all seed.
Mm-hmm. Boy, huh?
Smell the same? Does it smell the same here as when you were growing up?
Oh, that's old. My smell is not too good. I like my eyesight, my ears.
Who was the
I
closest?
was born with one bad eye.
Well, we were.
Left my way into the paratroopers. I just told them.
In the military.
Yeah. Yeah, that bad eye just goofing me up all the way along, but I made out with my other eye and got by pretty good.
That was the eye you shot with.
Left-handed, yeah.
Left-handed.
There's a nice nest over there, bee's nest. Big one. Big old hornet, or that's hornet. Hanging off this limb over
Oh, Jesus, you can have that. Them black hornets.
We don't like those.
Oh, no.
He picks those babies off.
That is a black hornet
Well,
nest.
Dale, let me get about a mile away and you throw a rock in there.
Get out of here.
I don't want to mess with those boys.
I'd brought that spray can. We could have got them. I got stung 14 times one time.
Dale,
Dale, down there taking
it
pictures.
looked like a good one though.
Oh no,
It's active?
there's some big dudes coming in and out.
Are you ready for a stick? I'm going to throw a rock. Boy, they spot there. They'll put you on the run.
That one just went in there and telling everybody else, got an intruder.
One just come out and took off.
They just like a bullet.
Oh,
They hit me right between the eyes.
anger. They get angry too.
My wife is awful bad stung. She got stung last night.
Yes, she did.
Yeah, I did too.
You better come down and video this, Norm, and say we really.
No, I'll stay up here and videotape you on super duper
It's gonna hurt you.
magnum telephoto.
Come get a picture of the hole so you can see.
No, I'll tell you what, you borrow the camera, you take it down video, and I'll stand up here and take a picture of you. That's a better idea. Them suckers follow me all the way to Michigan, man. They hate me.
Danny coming in and out?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I just got a head on one.
Jesus.
One's got his head looking out. He's looking at me.
Yeah, that's the spy. Here he comes. Here comes 3 or 4.
Big. That one.
I ain't kidding you, man.
Get out of there.
Go ahead and take your board and hit it.
Oh jeez. They're about 3 times big as yellow jacket.
Oh, exactly. They got a huge old
Yeah.
back end.
Oh,
Those
man.
Looks like
dudes
it's just
hurt.
holding on by a thread.
Those dudes hurt.
Rolling down off of rock rolling.
Yeah, they
rock
go around here on the point and roll rocks down.
Ever see bear out here, cougar?
What's that?
Any bear, cougar out here ever?
Well, not that we know of. I think there was a few cougar come through, and there were probably some bear down in
Never
the
saw
canyons.
any. Yeah.
But mule deer was main porcupine, hoot owls, coyotes.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was garden. All up through there.
Huh.
Yeah. Then the big field right over the hill there.
Suppose that old farm equipment would be something you
You
guys...
think that would have been yours, or
Huh?
you think that was your guys's?
Well, I probably was.
Yeah.
Probably was. We
Yeah.
just went in.
What's that up there, Dale?
Well, I have to look at it closer here in a minute.
That is. Well, I don't know what
This
that
was where the garden was up there. Your mom would probably love to have that in her yard, Jim.
Yeah.
Cedar.
No cedar.
Is that a feeder?
Cedar.
Now, would you guys have
And
had
it's
stuff
got
like this
discs
then?
on the
Yeah,
bottom.
I think we had a little bit of everything, mostly plows and hollows. And I'm not sure if we had a cedar for sure or not. This might have come in later. Somebody else might have brought this in.
Yeah. Because you guys left the place and somebody else could have
Yeah.
come in and lived.
Yep. The garden laid this way.
What
Oh,
about water?
No water.
Just let her grow.
All dry land garden. Now what we raised was good, you know, and that was all apples further up there in that orchard.
Tomatoes?
No,
Probably not.
we never raised tomatoes. Just
Not enough water.
not a tomato. I suppose a guy could raise tomatoes here. Used to catch them old porcupine in the cornfields.
Yeah.
And we even ate porcupine.
Oh, jeez.
Oh boy.
Boy, now there's something.
That looks like one of those things that used to roll a hayer.
Yeah, was that a baler? An old baler? What?
Up here! What? Yeah, we're heading this way.
You're messing out.
We got gold farm equipment.
Well, I don't know. They made some. I don't know what that would be.
that's beautiful country. I can see why someone would want to live
Big
here.
old bobsled. I was telling you about.
Yeah?
The older boys, it was 18 foot long, and the steering bob was about 5 or 6 foot. And he sat on there and steered. Big sled. They done a good job building it. Stout. And it would hold a rick of wood. But anyway, one time they left it parked up by the upper barn. I got up before anybody got out the next morning, and it was frozen. And we'd had them big old balls of snow rolled up, and different ones down through there, down below. And I jumped on that big old bob, and I couldn't hardly steer it, and it just shot down that hill. I was getting too much speed, so I headed her right for one of them big old frozen balls of snow. That front bob jumped up on that big old ball, and they put her right through the rails. Had a fence with the rails tacked on. It just took that fence right out. And I finally got her stopped down there. And there was another little field down there. I finally got her stopped, but boy, I got told about that.
I'll bet.
Kill myself.
Yeah.
Little railroad built back up in there.
Hmm.
We could go up that way.
Okay. The Promised Land. Now we know why it was called the Promised Land.
I think I can show you the place where your mom made that ice cream.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
There's an old road. We'll come out the same place. We'll come out up on
Yeah, sure.